Alrighty guys, what is going up? I hope you guys are all having a great and amazing day today. Now in today's episode, we're going to be talking about should you buy Apple stock. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and if you guys get anything in value, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be breaking down fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and anything you guys need to learn before investing in Apple. So make sure you guys hit that like button, roll the intro, let's go. So we all know Apple as being the largest company in the United States with a market cap well over $2 trillion, which is nuts. Let that sink in. Over $2 trillion. That is more than the entire economy of Canada, more than the entire economy of Mexico. And this is just one company in the United States. It's absolutely mind-boggling. But one thing that I love about Apple is they pay a solid dividend just under 1%. So when you invest in the company, you get some sort of cash flow coming in. And historically, over the past 10 years, Apple has outperformed all of the major indexes, has outperformed the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, and the NASDAQ, which is honestly really good because we hope history repeats itself for the next 10 years. Another awesome thing is Apple has a margin rate around 21%, which is actually pretty decent. So for every $100 they bring in, they profit around 21 bucks, which is really, really good. Now, if you compare it to Tesla, Tesla has a margin rate of 1%. So for every $100 they bring in, they only profit $1. So make sure you guys understand margin rates. It's super important. Number 3, Apple is in one of the top growing sectors, tech. Now, I feel like their sector is growing very, very fast, but they're expanding into other sectors. Now, Apple just got a new patent for electric vehicle charging. So imagine if they were one of the providers for electric vehicle charging. Do you think that would make Apple worth more? Absolutely. Yes, it would. Now, so I think it's always something to understand is Apple is always expanding into other sectors, which is actually great for investors because it's like you're diversifying within that same stock. It's great. Another thing that I love about Apple is they have over $193 billion in cash, which is absolutely crazy. The reason why I say that is because if that's just say Apple slows down in revenue, they can still pay investors dividends. They can still use that money to grow the business. It's super important to look at companies' cash on hand. Another thing that I love looking at is how well do they treat their employees. And Apple is rated one of the best places to work in the United States. So it's really nice to see that they treat their employees good. And overall, when you treat your employees good, often you'll make more in revenue. The reason why is because the employees will treat Apple good. They'll do more work and overall make Apple more money. Also, they do have a price to earnings around 36, which is a little high. That is technically getting into that growth stock. But honestly, I think you still can't go wrong with investing in Apple stock. So now let's actually go ahead and look at the chart. Let's look at support resistance. Where is a fair value for this stock? Should you invest? Let's go. Alrighty guys, so we have ticker symbol AAPL. That is Apple's stock ticker. So if you guys want to invest in it, buy it, or do some research, that's the stock ticker right there. So now you guys can see we have a short-term downward trend, which honestly is pretty good for investors. The reason why I say that is because as the stock falls, when you invest in a company, you never want to buy when it's super overvalued up in here. You'd rather buy down here and sell up here. So just because a stock falls in price doesn't mean that the world's coming to an end. This just gives investors to buy at a cheaper discount. Just imagine now you're buying Apple on sale. And that's a good way to look at stocks when they fall in value because we still have an upward trend in the stock price. So the direction is still up, but we're just getting in on a short-term undervalued point. So now looking at this price point here, let's talk about support and resistance. So you guys can see it does have some overall support right here at around $116. The reason why I say that is a very strong support is because you see this line here, boom, how it hits it and sells off, hits it and sells off, and then we did consolidate here and broke above it. So this is an overall resistance. So when a stock breaks above it like it did up in here, that old resistance likes to turn into new support here. So you guys can see it came in contact with it, boom, and we got buying pressure at those price points. So now, do I think this is an overall support? Yes. So I think this would be the fair value for this stock right around 116 to around 115. Now, I do think another opportunity would be still around the 109 area. The reason why I say the 109 area is because when you actually do the research with the EPS and the price to earnings, the fair value comes around $109 per share. So now, with that being said, I think it would be smart to do the strategy dollar cost averaging. So really what that means is what you do is you take $1,000 or however much you want to invest, and instead of investing one lump sum of $1,000, you take $100 over the next couple of weeks and you just spread out your payments. What this does is it gets a good overall average price for your stock. So if you invest into this company going down in here, boom, 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 instead of your average price being 127, your average price will now be around 120. So now instead of Apple having to break above 127 for you to be in profit, it just has to break above 121. Now, I'm going to be waiting until this stock hits around $109 before I add to my position, because I already did invest roughly $10,000 a while back, and I'm already up on some pretty good profits here. But I still think the overall strong support is still around the 109 area. So that is it though. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and if you guys did, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys tomorrow in another episode. Remember, stay happy, stay positive, and overall, stay safe out there. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.